Now you're barefoot.
It's safer to be barefoot instead of with the chancleta.
Good morning, YouTube. It's garden time. Alrighty. Well, this top of the tree is gone, but we are getting new life on the bottom.
Yes, we are.
So we got to cut the top so it gets all the energy to the avocado.
Let's let it grow faster and better.
Yeah. And this is that product review thing we did on the saw. Now we're going to finally use it. And she just threw in some tomato seeds in there, and they're going good.
Yeah, we got little tomato, too. Oh, no,
yeah.
one.
There's one right there.
Yep, but the flowers are staying on them now. Alrighty, so let me get over here.
You can cut the top all the way till you get to the bottom.
Yep. I just don't want them poking me in my face.
Yeah. Yep. The freeze done got it. But at least the roots are alive. It's gonna make its way back. You gotta hold it down, dude. You gotta push down on it.
Okay, I think for the most part I should be good to go now. Alright, now this one I gotta cut up here because I don't want to cut the... Let me do this one first. One down.
And then we're gonna put the gandula trees in today. Yeah, because we shaved the other one down and it's growing quick.
This one here. Okay. This is an awkward position. There she blows.
There she goes. Now all this will get all the energy and it'll start growing. That other one's the big avocado. This one grows the small avocados.
That's the Haas.
And you can see when we had trimmed it way before that one, you can see she's growing quick. I got the iron in her, and hopefully she's growing into the iron. That's the metal. It's taking hold. All right. I don't know if that pineapple's gonna come back.
Yes, there looks like there's a green leaf in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like
This ones are coming back.
so I may need to
The
pull this
lemon
back,
tree
but
is
look,
doing good.
right there.
Oh, in the center?
Right there. A whole new...
Okay. She's good. She's coming back.
So she didn't die, so hopefully...
And then all the little seeds are starting to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Bananas coming back. The orange tree is looking good. Things coming along.
I guess I'm going to have to start my sunflower seeds in a seeder because the ones I put out here don't look like they're coming up. And they should have been up in
Well, you gotta give it
10
time.
days.
Still gotta give it time. It's still like all those green stuff is not weeds. Those are all the
Zinnias and different types of wildflowers
right.
for the hummingbirds and the birds and the bees and the butterflies.
And then the pots are done. That tree in the middle's coming back fast.
Yeah, I got
That is coming back quick.
She's already had flowers. See, she still got some right there.
Yep.
She's doing good.
This is coming back good. And that one's doing good as well.
So, one day at a time.
Now this avocado tree, she's dead. But my uncle told her to start trimming the tree because what it is that this is about a 30-year-old tree. But you see how thick the bark is? That this is too thick, especially down there, for anything to sprout out. And avocado trees, they don't branch out from over there, but they'll branch out from a cut area. So there was some moisture in here. She is thinking the roots are alive,
Which they should be.
and hopefully this avocado tree will start all over again. But the good thing is that it will fruit early because it's already fruiting now. So, but the rest of it is not with us no more. And then this is where we're gonna put the 6 gandulas. I tried it, and then the freeze came, ruined that idea.
Big time.
So we're gonna clean this up here, get the gandulas going, possibly make some trenches around there, make the mounds for those banana trees. Those are popping in like crazy.
Yeah, they are.
So we'll get this cleaned up, get the box straightened out, and then we'll show you how we're gonna plant it this year. Good thing about the leaves here, we're gonna use this to make a third mulch, and then she's gonna make a soup with the leaves and the weeds as well. So that's what's good about these. They're all dried up, and we can make a compost with it. What I like good about this here is if you don't have a till and you're only tilling small areas, this will definitely work real good, because it'll get in here and it'll rip the roots up. Just go back and forth and it slides in better than a hoe, and it'll rip the roots up. Didn't you just go in there with your hand and just pull them out? BB's collecting weeds because again we're gonna make some compost with the weeds and with the leaves. This compost is ready, which will be coming in here, and then we're gonna plant 6 gandules. How does that look, BB?
Better.
We're gonna put 6 in here and pray that we either get 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, but at least 1. But we're gonna do it a different way. We're gonna try something here, which I think it should work. Then BB has her mixtures she's gonna put in, and we'll go over that with you, that we think it's gonna work. I mean, they'll grow here, but again, of course, we are fighting the squirrels, so that's why we're growing 6.
Yeah.
Who knows how many the squirrels will get. But there was 2 or 3 at one time over here, but we've cleaned it up, and then we're going to show you what we're going to do, and then we'll go from there to the next project.
Yep.
Good thing it's a breezy day today, and you got your shirt on, you got your hat on,
Yep.
and you're staying protected.
And I got my sunscreen on my face for my face.
All right, let's go get the mixtures.
Yep.
And show them what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay, what we're doing today is we're trying something different. I just thought of it. I hope it works, because the problem is here is this is sand. You can wet that all day long. The sand doesn't stay wet. Okay? You can be there for 30 minutes, touch it, it dries. I've showed in previous videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom of these, put the gandulas, make our mixture, put the gandulas in here so the roots can grow to the bottom. And this lip is going to stay up a little bit so that when I'm watering it, it'll, at least I know these roots will get thing. As the tree gets bigger, I will cut this away, because then at that point, it's already got the minerals, the food, and everything. If we were just to dig a hole here and put the dirt there, what happens is the sand underneath it will rise and it'll scatter that dirt. Like the sand always wants to take over. So BB has some kind of rice thing that she's grounded up. I'm going to use some of this potting soil. Gandulas, basically, you just get these pigeon peas from the store. That's how you grow gandulas. Okay? And then the rest of the bag, you just eat it. Now, the other thing about gandulas, you have two choices. Every year, you can plant a gandula tree. You can rip the old one out and put a new one in there. Because over here, when we have freezes, it's hard to protect it. So some of it will die off. It'll thin out. You might get one branch or two branches, like my mother had here in the past. You know, you can have them in Puerto Rico. They'll last 5 years, I think, 5 to 7 years, and then they die off. But because here in Florida, you start in April, by August, September, you'll have gandulas. And I think it does produce twice a year as well. So I'm going to try this idea. We're going to grind up some of that leaves too as well and put them in there. And BB, that's just straight rice that she granulated.
Yep, like into a fine...
And what does that give it?
This gives it vitamins, vitamin B. It kind of acts like a gypsum. It will start helping retain water, but give the ground the vitamins that it needs to let it aerate and bring in beneficial worms.
All right.
And when you live in Florida, you ain't got very many of those.
And that will go inside some of these. Do you want to sprinkle that after?
No, this has got to go down first.
Oh, because we're going to be standing in there. That's why.
Oh, okay. Well, then we do this when you're ready to automatically just start going in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When I dig the holes out and I put the leaves, the black dirt and everything, you want to sprinkle it afterwards?
Then you got to mix it into the ground up to 2 inches into the ground.
Yeah. We'll do that because we're going to be standing in there a lot. I mean, if it doesn't matter if we stand on it, then I don't care. I'm just saying that's up to you. But let me get the bottom of these cups cut out, and we'll go from there. All right, I got my cups. So we're going to be putting some of this potting soil. BB's going to crush up some leaves. We're going to mix that in together. We're going to get some compost, mix that in together with the potting soil and everything. I'm going to make sure the bottom area is nice. Get this filled up. This lip will stay up this high so that when I water it, I know the water will stay in here. Because if you water it there and it's not level, it's going to run off, like I said, because it just does not get wet and stuff. So, and again, this is a trial and error. I think it should work because as long as the seed is in here and it's not going to be disturbed by the mold, ground mold and whatever. And again, as it gets bigger, I will cut this off and pull it out.
Just do it lightly because that's got the calcium, the phosphate, vitamins, and it also helps draw nitrogen out of the air into the ground to keep it moist.
Okay.
So this is why we're doing it. You don't overdo it because you're doing it a baby, you're doing a seed. So, and then after we get done, I'm gonna sprinkle some more in all around so it'll help the whole area, not just where the seedlings are at.
Another thing I learned, I seen it on some videos, that people were buying their dirt and they had the grums in them. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And this lady was having, she had like 50 in a big bag. So before you pour your dirt in, sift through it.
That's why.
And those grubs, that's what the mole thing eats, and they'll kill your roots and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you go through here and there's no grubs in them and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some in there, around there, put some leaves in there, crushed up leaves, put that in there, and then I'm gonna fill the cup up and go from there. All right. And then I'm gonna put some more to get the cup to its height.
Well, you need to put the cup in there.
I am. And that's basically what we're gonna do. 6 times, 5 more to go. Then we're gonna put the seeds in there, and then BB's gonna do her thing. And that $3.99 bag we bought from Ollie's did all the 6.
Okay.
That's 1 gandula. Go ahead. I might push it too deep. You know how to. You got the finger. Yeah, this potting soil for $3.99 at Ollie's. It did it. Indoor or outdoor.
That's why. And that's a good brand.
BB's barefoot and gardening.
Yep.
And again, she's been doing the rice water and it's been working good. The cup thing is just something I wanted to try. Then we did the leaves. We crushed the leaves on the bottom. You know, just like I said, the only way you're gonna learn
is to experiment.
is to experiment.
And I'm just going back to the good old days where we used natural stuff all the time and we didn't have so much issues with gardening. Now with this, you just mix it into the soil. About 1 inch to 2 inches is good, and what it is every time it gets water, it will release more nutrients into the ground and bring the beneficial things to the top.
And who knows, that tree might have a chance because there is roots underneath here.
And they're good and wet.
So everyone pray that when they cut this down to whatever height they're going to cut it down to, that she sprouts from the cutting edges. Because again, that bark is just too thick. Yeah, that's about 25, 30-year-old tree.
It's about 30 years old.
Yeah.
All right, now what I want to do, and I'll be back because I need to go get my right shovel for this.
Okay. You can use that thin shovel I have here, babe.
Yeah.
The trench shovel.
So you might be asking, why is BB putting leaves back into the ground? Well, these are broken up leaves, and want a piece of wire? Back to what I was saying, it's because the leaves also help keep moisture into the ground. And I'm not saying a foot at a time.
One thing I did want to put was compost in the cup, but that's okay. I think it'll be all right.
Well, you got good soil today.
Yeah, it's good soil.
We're just gonna do this like so, and what that does is can just help keep the soil moist, and it also helps with the weeding situation.
I think that's enough, babe.
What?
Because you're gonna put the compost on top.
I know.
That's a big one. Yeah, that one's got to come out. Alrighty.
And then this way this stuff will just break down naturally.
Yeah, for the mole to dig his way. Because he loves grubs. I don't know if I think they eat worms too. I don't know. That's all that compost.
Note to self, coconut shells do not break down. At least not in my lifetime.
Note to self, you just put an avocado seed there.
Yeah, I know. It'll be removed.
I'm just saying.
Actually, we should take this and plant it for Garcia.
Okay.
So I'll do that for him.
Yeah, that one's starting to grow.
Heck yeah, on both sides.
I don't know if that's just the little one or the big one, but it's an avocado.
I think there was another avocado, but I just killed it.
That's all right.
My bad.
Look at me real quick. Look. All right. Get a nice little thumbnail. So everyone can say, he's letting BB do everything.
Trust me, guys, there's some things I don't want him to do.
That's some good compost there.
That's good and rich.
Yeah.
Man, we must have threw a lot of avocados in here. Holy Jesus.
Well, everything in the compost, yeah, we put everything in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Lemon things, eggshells,
That's the best.
everything. Vegetables, lettuce, tomatoes. That's how we got the seeds over there growing tomato trees by the avocado, because it was in the compost.
Yep.
All right, you got a vein there, something. Did you see that? Yeah. There was even an onion in here one time.
That's a bone.
No.
Another avocado.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but the vein, you left the vein there.
I know, it's right there too. That can go in the other compost pile.
So guys, what are you doing for your, if you do gardening, where do you live at? How do you prepare for it? April is really everywhere, all the way around, is when you really start your flowering. But I know up north, they're still getting snow and stuff, so.
Nasty old weather up there. Hold on, I gotta get my other shovel.
Okay. That's the one I was talking about. That's another avocado. That's the one I was talking about.
Is that an avocado?
Yeah. It's a small one. I just don't know if that's a big one and this is the small one, but because we throw so many in there. But we can give Garcia two.
No, that's a big one. That come off that other half, so that's a Simmons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing that stinks is we don't know if it's Simmons or
No. The Haas avocado seeds are
really small. Okay.
They're not like the Simons or Simmons. I love you guys, but I can't have you growing in here. Sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
I know some of you had asked us about the hoses. That's the cheap green hose. This is the industrial hose that has like a 5-year. Some of them have a 10-year warranty. They're like $60 for a 50 footer. They might be more now, but that's definitely the kind of hose you want to get that we were talking about. Now we just have to water this thoroughly. So get it nice and saturated, because again, the sugar sand is gonna come up. And you can see what I'm talking about right there. You see how it's dry? That's what sugar sand does. It does not seep. Eventually that sugar sand will come up because the water that goes down, it'll raise the sugar sand That's why I got those in a cup, so it doesn't take those things away from it. Because that dirt and stuff, it'll definitely, like I said, it'll wash away. That's what it looks like, guys. It had those little, I call them scorpions. I haven't seen those in Jersey. But those are those long skinny things, and in the back it's got a claw. I thought those were only in Jersey. But they're down here too. Good thing BB didn't hand dig it like she wanted to. She would have been bit. I wish I would have captured them, but if you know what I'm talking about, they look real long and skinny in the back. They got a claw. I know in Jersey they're big time over there. But I guess they do like the leaves and the compost. But alrighty. That's it for this area. Now we're just gonna get this leaves picked up, make some more compost, get a third compost pile going. But the gandules, everyone wish us luck.
Like this? Yeah.
And we're cutting this whole tree down with this little 6-inch. This sucker works good, and it's still the original battery. But the tree is coming back. We are finding it. There is life. All this little thing cut.
I got one. There's 2 on that branch.
As he put in the water. And that's the same thing with the mango. I gotta cut the mango thing seed. We have anything alive.
Slippers,
Yeah, slippers.
ladder.
I call
You barefoot.
it's safer to be barefoot instead of with the chancleta. You lose your
Alright.
balance, that's it.
So there's one there.
All right, so put a line above
Yep.
what I'm gonna cut. That's where I'm cutting at?
No,
Yes.
higher.
Am I cutting there?
No, you're gonna cut here
Right.
because all this, the bark is.
Yeah,
starting to
that's
come
dead.
off.
Yeah, that's dead. This thing works real good. Timber.
Just to save a tree. Just to save a tree.
And the tree is coming back. There it is. Right there. I will say this much. This little sucker, a battery, and this is the new battery. I had to cut 2 more. Cut this whole tree down. And you've seen it before. And up there was pretty, it was pretty thick. It might have been 7 inches up there, but this friggin' little saw literally cut this tree down. And this was a product review, CC too. Your blue cup for what? I don't see it. But thank God, because we were ready to cut it at the V here, that I noticed that there was green. See the bark here, it's hard to come out of. But over here where it's a little bit lighter is where I started noticing that it was coming through. Like right there, it's really hard to see it. And then BB started noticing more. So this tree is alive. Anyway, like I was saying, because my mother called Puerto Rico and they told her, no, them roots are alive. Again, an avocado tree doesn't grow another tree beside of it or underneath it. It grows in the branches area, and all those that we have left up have little green coming out of it. The little friggin' lizard. But this tree is alive. And again, we were going to cut it at the V and hope that it grows from there, but no. The good thing about this tree is that regardless on the branches that it grows, they will be fruited because this tree is already fruiting. So, but yeah, but the rest of this tree is dead. Except for one area I did accidentally cut. I think it was this piece here, had some one or two, but up there it's dead. So that's okay, because now it will force all its energy into this and everything is still moist. BB done planted. We were told to put at least 5 in there because you just don't know how many them will come out. So you plant 1 each, you're probably going to get nothing. You plant 5, you might get 2. And the gandula tree can be grown as a bunch. They don't have to be separated like that. She's going to add 2 or 3 more cups.
Did you give me my rice? Did I even bring it out with me this time or no?
I don't see nothing. Where did you leave it? Where'd you leave it?
Thought I put it over there.
Okay, so we're gonna add more because we were told we can put a bunch more. Again, 3 to 4 seeds in each cup now. Because again, out of the 3 and 4 seeds, 1 might take. But they can grow in bunches. They can grow side by side. So they're not a tree like that. They're just a thin kind of thing.
Pencil tree.
Yeah, and again, when I used to plant gandulas here, I used to take them out every year and replant new ones. You can leave them in there, but they get thinner and thinner. They only lasted a couple of years, but
Yeah, 2 or 3 years.
yeah.
Depending on the weather.
But we did it. We cut that whole thing down with that little saw. I can't believe it.
Yeah. That stuff, so I need to do it now while it's...
All right, BB, hope you guys enjoy the content. Watch everything grow in our backyard. Any questions about any advice about flowering or whatever, let us know, and let us know what you're doing. So we gotta get inside because the sun is brutal.
Yeah.
So
Till the next video, everyone take care of one another, take care of yourselves. Happy gardening.
and everyone be happy. The avocado tree is alive.